And we're live, guys. Hopefully, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. Hopefully, the Wi-Fi is good enough. If not, we'll make this short. All right, but there's been a lot. I haven't gone live for the new year, so happy 2022 to everybody, and especially those of you who are following me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. Didn't go live on Facebook today, but look, there's so much going on in the industry, in the world, but in the industry, and we've got, I thought it was good to go through uh, some of the top stories of 2021 that are not COVID related um, in biotech. Ooh, how's it going, Elaine? Nice to see you. My Miami, Florida peeps, site ownership. This is one of the best times. We had a really good conversation. My nurse practitioner, Jaime Valles, was really excited to talk to somebody in the same space as him because Jaime is my business partner. He's a brand new site owner. So he was excited to hear somebody across the country, on the other side of the country, talk about site ownership as well. So let's go through some stuff from 2021, and then we're going to talk about predictions for 2022. And you can probably leave now if you want to hear the quick stuff. And the quick stuff is it's going to be busy. It's going to be booming. Um, the industry is in huge need for patients in their studies, which means more sites. The industry has a huge need for workers, coordinators, CRAs, in-house CRAs, remote site monitors, all of that stuff. If you look at what happened last year, let's include COVID too. So, um, COVID's not ending 2022. That much is obvious. Maybe Omicron ends it, but I think there's going to be other variants. So that's going to create more research. It's already creating research in pan vaccines, in long-term vaccine studies, on traditional vaccines. I was in a clubhouse room 2 weeks ago. The CEO of a European vaccine company came out and said, you know what, like mRNA, we don't do mRNA vaccines. We do traditional vaccines. It takes much longer to get these kind of studies going, but we're working on it. So I think that's just a little snippet. That was a little microcosm of what's going to happen with a lot of other companies. What does that mean? Kane Nice 2.0, what is up? I love the avatar. It's a little raindrops on a palm tree. What does that mean? That means whatever demand we're experiencing now from our industry is only going to increase as far as the need for more patients, as far as the need for more workers, as far as the need for, I translate that into the need for more research naive physicians who actually treat patients, who have the trust of the patients. That's important, trust. Hi, I'm a research nurse. Would you recommend joining ACRP? Yeah, they're good. If it all boils down to your local chapter, Habeshama. Some ACRP chapters are really good, really active, and some ACRP local chapters not so much. Like the one here, I think there was Southern California one. There was an issue with it because way too many people were way too many people were not attending, or maybe Southern California was too big. I know they had some issues with it in the past, but ACRP is great for networking. It's also great to get certified once you are 2 years in. So if you're a coordinator 2 years in, you should get ACRP certified. It's just something that matters in the industry. The industry actually cares a little bit about that stuff. Same thing with CRA. If you're 2 years, you can qualify for the exam. Take it, right? They have a great business model, ACRP. Um, so more demand, right? But here's the thing with the ACRP stuff. That doesn't help you. Those certifications don't help you get into the industry because you can't. And SOCRA also, yes. it doesn't matter if you don't have experience. So the only value there is the networking, which you can do on LinkedIn. You can do on my comments on the live streams. You can do what like other members of Guru Nation have been following each other and helping each other out as well. ACRP will not allow you to get certified. If you go try to get certified, go try. They're going to ask you for proof of hours that you've worked in whatever thing you're trying to get specialized in. So that it doesn't work that easily. You can't just say yes. They actually gonna call. I've heard cases where they actually call the places you put on your application. Uh, Consistent with the industry talk helps me so much. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So let's get to some of these. Let's get to some of this so you guys get some optimism. We need some optimism in this world. We can't just be hearing bad news all the time about cases surging and all this stuff. Let's focus on clinical research. This is what we do. This is our time to shine. We need all kinds of studies. We need treatment. We need vaccines. We need preventative measures. We need to think outside the box. Then we need all the other stuff too. Look at this. Last year, FDA approved Biogen's Aduhelm. It may have raised many questions as it answers. It appeared to be a lucrative and much needed treatment, but the high price controversy over whether the drug was effective enough cast concerns on the drug's launch. I'm seeing every week from Julie. I'm a site owner, so I get site services from DSCS from my own company. Every week I see an Alzheimer's study or a dementia study or an early onset Alzheimer's or a mild to moderate Alzheimer's. Every week there's a lot of activity in the Alzheimer's space. The FDA based its approval on a large study that found patients with early Alzheimer's who were given a high dose of the drug for enough time seemed to fare better on cognitive tests than those who were given a placebo. However, the results have been questioned because another study found the opposite to be true, with placebo outperforming the drug. The drug ended up getting conditional approval with more tests to be performed. Biogen priced the drug at about $56,000 a year, but has recently reduced the price. Now we got the FDA aiming to curb another COVID surge cleared Pfizer and Moderna boosters for all adults in November. The agency cleared a third shot for adults who had completed a 2-dose regimen at least 6 months ago. Advisors to the CDC, they're going to need long-term studies and they're going to need treatment options. People are not going to, regardless of how much the media is pushing this down everyone's throat, there comes a point in time where people are like, how many more boosters am I going to need? And so we're going to need to come out with a pan vaccine. We're going to need to come out with a vaccine that people trust more or less. Pills. COVID-19 pills from Pfizer and Merck, authorized by the FDA in major pandemic milestone. Paxlovid and Molnupiravir, the first oral treatments, could be especially valuable new tools as the fast-spreading Omicron variant fuels a sharp surge in cases. They're going to need more studies for that. They're going to need more studies for the new pills that are out there. I know a lot of biotechs working on this stuff too. I know a lot of biotechs working on vaccines as well. There's a lot, guys. Just with COVID, it's a lot. Not to mention oncology, Alzheimer's, gastroenterology, okay, here, what's another one? There's been another good story. Oh, speedy cancer. Okay, oncology. Let's get into oncology. In April, the FDA faced a tough choice after a panel backed speedy cancer drug approvals. A group of advisors to the FDA recommended maintaining 4 of 6 recent cancer immunotherapy approvals, despite of lack of evidence the medicines help patients live longer. The meeting showcased the trade-offs of clearing a drug before it is fully proven, as well as the scrutiny regulators face when those decisions appear to backfire. The advisory committee, made up of oncologists and patient representatives, struggled at times not wanting to take treatment options away from cancer patients who have few. So immuno-oncology, CAR T, even mRNA usage in oncology is going to be huge this next decade. Because look, patients are advocating for this. Cancer oncology, many experts are predicting, is going to continue to increase. unfortunately, based on our lifestyle, based on our diet, based on all kinds of other things. Epigenetics as well. Epigenetics is huge. We didn't write about it in this article, but epigenetics is another huge place for clinical research this next decade. Same with CRISPR technology, gene editing, gene therapy, and epigenetics. So there's a lot to be excited for, Guru Nation. You need to do what you can to grow within this industry. And obviously, if you're not in the industry, to get in the industry. Repurposing drugs. All right, here's another thing happening. Congressional Democrats' modified drug pricing plan may not lower spending on pharmaceuticals by nearly as much as their most ambitious proposal would have, but it could have a substantial effect on some of the industry's top-selling products. The new bill would grant the federal government power to negotiate drug prices, but represents a significant compromise as it scales back the number of products eligible to negotiate to 20 older drugs. Under the new proposal, these older drugs, defined as those no longer protected by regulatory exclusivity and lacking generic competitions, would be subject to price negotiations with Medicare. The legislation would limit eligible products to small molecule drugs that have been on the market for at least 9 years and biologic drugs that have been available for the last 12 years. Small molecule drugs are typically given as pills, with biologics infused or injected. Ivermectin, anybody? Hydroxychloroquine, anybody? There's research going on this stuff. I actually know a few people doing research on this kind of stuff. Where can I find the upcoming studies? Clinicaltrials.gov. Clinicaltrials.gov. And if you want to pay a little extra money, I get nothing out of this. I use the product as well. Zymewire. ZYMEWIRE.com. It's basically an extra layer of filter on top of clinicaltrials.gov, but it's more user-friendly. The design is more user-friendly, and that, if you think about it, guys, sites, I'm a site owner. I use Zymewire. DSC site services for all of our sites. We use it. Job seekers can be using it too. I follow a lot of stocks, biotech, small to mid-sized stocks, that also specialize in repurposing and reformulating generics. The FDA has been really in favor of doing this to lower cost, and especially for unmet needs or for things like substance use addiction or ADHD in the case of ChemPharm, or in the case of Aquestive Therapeutics, Libervan for acute onset epilepsy. And there's dozens, if not hundreds, of these companies. I'm supposed to do another video on another biotech here soon. There's too many biotechs to keep up with. Johnson & Johnson, the world's largest drug maker, plans to split in two. It will separate its consumer health division, which sells brands like Tylenol and Band-Aid, into a new publicly traded company. J&J will retain its prescription drug and medical device units. CEO, and right now, guys, JP Morgan conference is going on. It's going on, actually it's called Zymewire. Zymewire, here we go. I actually interviewed the CEO a few times on this podcast. If you go on YouTube and just put Dan Sfera Zymewire, you'll see the interview with Pete Bastedo, the CEO and founder. Great dude. I've been using the product since 2014, 2015. Zymewire. Let me put on the screen. It may not be going everywhere. Zymewire. New profile pic, guys. New profile pic. I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, the biotechs that I'm following, small, mid-sized market caps, rare diseases, unmet needs, repurposed drugs. This is what I'm seeing. This is like where the more of the excitement is from the retail investors, because it's quicker pathway, right? Quicker. What do retail investors care about? They want quick catalysts. They want quick results. They want quick top line results. They want quick price movements. And biotechs have been getting killed, myself included, these last few months. But that's going to change. I think that has more to do with inflation concerns than anything else. So yeah, just wanted to go through that. Wi-Fi not that great here. I'm going to do another video later today. Good morning. Good morning, and stay tuned for another video later on today and maybe a live stream tomorrow. I'm here for a monitoring visit today, and tomorrow I have an audit. So afterwards, I'll probably make a video. I'll make a video about both of those things afterwards. Today I'm transitioning a new CRA to take over a study that's about to end from me. So I might interview her if she lets me. And then tomorrow I'm auditing a site for my CRO. Got a audit, or my company got an audit project, and we're auditing a phase 1 clinic. So we'll talk about some of our learnings when we have a chance. But Happy New Year, Guru Nation. A lot of opportunities. Go get them. Reach out to me anytime. You can text me 949-415-6256. And we'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.